Well, hiya guys. Today we will be building a brand new deck based off of the same principles of the No Mage Minion deck, except it's going to be using a lot of the new Whizbang Workshop cards that have been released, and we will be opening some cards, adjusting the deck, and then finally we will be testing out the deck. Just so you know, this is a live stream, which was pre-recorded. Let me put the tape in. Oh, hold on, let me plot it first. Okay, here we go. Well, hello there again. Now, today we're going to be doing something quite interesting. So, the Whizbang Workshop has quite a few things released recently, and I think we should take a look and check it out, as well as I also think that we should check out some of our decks and try to give it a little bit of that Whizbang Workshop pizzazz. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to transform some of our decks into something that could potentially be even more competitive. And this is definitely a part of that No Minion Mage series, as well as our random series and our deck building series in general. So feel free to check out those videos. But let's get started here. So they do have this one tab here that's brand spanking new, and you have to do these things in order to unlock the thing from the Whizbang's Workshop. And we've got these different things that we can do to unlock it. So it looks like it wants us to play a card, very specific card. So maybe we're going to do that. Let's look up this card and see what it is that it wants us to play. It's called Joy Mancer's Petto. So maybe we'll try out that card. And then it also looks like it wants us to forge 3 cards. So those are 2 tasks that we could probably do today. And we got a couple of these as well. So I think for this segment we should probably open some packs, right? See what we get. I think that's a good place to start. So I don't know if you know this, but you can open packs by clicking and holding, and it'll give you 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 of them at a time. So here's 5. And if we click here, it'll open them all up at once like that. And then it'll show you the highlights. So we give Undead in our hand +1/+1. We gain 5 corpses to upgrade. Okay, so if we gain 5 additional corpses, then this will go up by probably 1 per 5. So you could, increase the effects by using corpses. Here we have a Observer of Mysteries. Ooh, I like this one. This is all classes. Battle Cry. You cast 2 random secrets. And at the start of your turn, destroy them. Interesting. So it seems like it's only got 1 turn effect. So that I don't like. But I do like the casting 2 random secrets part. But it's only if they have like an immediate effect. Interesting. But we will definitely take some notes on that. So I am going to keep my notes, because as I discover things that I think are noteworthy, I will be writing them down. Interesting. So this will summon 6 of the 1/1 hounds, and then any kid that cannot fit, you give the other ones +1/+1. Interesting. Resurrect your last demon that died. Huh. That is definitely a good card, and that looks like it's a Warlock card called Endgame. Very noteworthy card indeed. And then last we have Draw a Minion. If it's a pirate, then you get a coin. And then it shows you the breakdown of the cards that you opened. So that's how that feature works, or you could just drag one at a time. Okay, so it looks like we've got draw 2 taunt minions. That can come in handy, but it's only for warrior. I wish it was an all classes card. We also got Death Rattle, summon 2 1/2 mechs with taunt and a divine shield. Interesting. So they are mechs. Does that mean that they can have the mechanization ability to combine? Because that would be pretty useful. And then we also got the Painter's Virtue, which is lifesteal. After your hero attacks, give your minions in your hand +1/+1. Interesting. And then we also have give your undead in your hand. So we have seen this one before. Okay. And then the 2 taunt in one as well. So let's just keep going and seeing what other wondrous cards we can unlock.
Signature Legendary!
Holy frick, guys. Look at what we got. Isn't that amazing? Look at this. It's pretty. It's called the Sky Mother. And it's got a battle cry of shuffle 10 random legendary minions into your deck, and they cost 1. Ooh, that seems pretty, deck-defying. I'm pretty sure we want to record that one. And definitely going to probably use that card. It is super noteworthy. We also have the Rambunctious Stuffy. When you cast a frost spell, it gains Reborn. Very cool, so you can stack some effects there. We also have draw a minion, and if it's a beast... Okay, draw a minion. If it's a beast, you get to draw a spell. Interesting. So, and then we also have the Miniaturize. Now, if you guys don't know what the Miniaturize keyword does, it essentially gives you a 1-cost, 1/1 copy of this specific card. So, when it means copy, it means literally copy, effects and all, which is really kind of cool. So, this is going to give us a 1-cost, 1 attack, 1 health copy of this specific card. And that's what Miniaturize is going to do. Then we also have Caricature Artist, which is a battle cry. Draw a minion that costs 5 or more, and you get to give it a funny mustache. Now that is definitely another one of my noteworthy cards. So writing that down is definitely pretty cool. So, continuing on, because we got super lucky with that pull. So let's just keep going. Okay, so I think I've seen this one before. We have a Thistle Tea set. Discover a spell from another class, and we get a copy of it. Then we also have Taunt. And this has a Death Rattle, summon 2 4/6 Knights with Taunt. Oh, pretty useful, and that looks like it's a Warlock card, so that is definitely a noteworthy one. Although it does have a very high mana, so maybe not as noteworthy now. But, yeah, it's a card, it's cool, but I wish it would have been a little cheaper. We've got Origami Frog, which has Rush. Battle Cry, which is to swap attack with another minion, so you can steal the attack from another minion. Pretty cool there. And a card that I was hoping to unlock, and we did on the stream, so I'm very happy about it, and it is definitely noteworthy. It is called Manufacturing Error. That will allow you to draw 3 cards, and if your deck has no minions, they cost 3 less. That is extremely noteworthy for our deck. In fact, it is going to be an additional card that we're going to add to our No Minion Mage, which is a Whizbang custom deck. Now, moving along here. We have another Painter's Virtue, a Fetch, which we have seen, and a new one, which is the Blind Box. You get 2 random demons, which is very interesting. So if you play the left or rightmost card in your hand, then Outcast will trigger, which will allow you to discover them instead, which means Oh, so you can discover which you get to choose one of 3 of the cards. So it's 2 discovers. So you essentially get a larger pool to pick from. So one set of 3, choose which one you want, and another set of 3, choose which one you want. This is a very good card, definitely very noteworthy. Which upon a star, which you give +2, +3 to all of your minions in your hand, deck, and battlefield. This is definitely a very noteworthy card. We also have the Rumble Enthusiast. After you play your leftmost or your rightmost card in your hand, to deal 1 damage to a random enemy. Okay, so let's just keep continuing here.
Rare, golden common.
Very cool. So we've got, after your hero attacks, summon a 1/1 hound. Interesting. And then we also have the Painter's Virtue again. We have Fly Off the Shelves, which deals 1 damage to all enemy minions. You repeat for each dragon you're holding. Interesting. And then we've got a Death Rattle. Summon 5 1/1 soldiers with random bonus effects. I do indeed like that one. I do think that's pretty cool. So I'm going to write that down as something that is noteworthy. Okay. And then the last one we've got here is a cosplay contestant. After your opponent plays a minion, transform into a 3/4 copy of it. Now, let's keep on going here.
Legendary.
Legendary draw. We have a... Okay, so this has Dormant for 2 turns. While dormant, deal 3 damage to all enemies at the end of the turn. Whoa, it just sits there and is dormant and causes damage. Very noteworthy card. I would definitely pay attention to that if you're running any Demon Hunter class decks. And we have a Trinket Artist, which, upon summon Battlecry, draw a Divine Minion and an Aura. Interesting. So if we continue on here, summon 2 1/5 beetles with taunt. Cost 3 less if you have spell damage. Pretty cool there. Discover a secret. Set its cost to 1 if you're running a mage deck that happens to have a secret. Then we also have choose a friendly mech. Summon a copy of it that attacks a random minion and then it dies. Interesting. You can throw a mech at an enemy.
Golden common.
Safety Goggles. Gain 6 armor and is a 0 cost if you have no armor. Interesting. And after you summon a pirate, draw a card. There's that miniaturize keyword, which again means to get a 1 cost, 1/1 copy of the specific card. After this minion deals exact lethal damage on your turn, you draw a card. Then we have the Gift Wrapped Whelp, which, upon summon Battlecry, if you're holding onto a dragon, give it and this minion +1/+1. So this minion gets +1/+1, and other minions as well, and miniaturize. And it looks like we have a Rush, Lifesteal, and Divine Shield. Very good card. And we also get a 1/1 copy of it, which also has Lifesteal, Rush, and Divine Shield, which sounds great. Sounds like a pretty good deal for only 4. Okay then. So it looks like we've got Dig for Treasure. Draw a minion. If it's a pirate, you get a coin. So we've seen this one before, as long as, yep, you have a pirate there. And then we have also seen Safety Goggles. And it looks like when you summon a pirate, draw a card. So we have a couple that can kind of go together. Interesting. Then we also have Fancy Packaging and give a minion Divine Shield with +2/+3, and lastly, Fetch. Draw a minion. If it's a beast, we draw a spell, which we have seen that one before. So, moving along here. Okay, so we have a painted Canavasaur. Okay. Battle Cry, which is upon summon. Give each other friendly beast a random bonus effect. Very cool there. We've got Miniaturize, which upon summon, you get 2 random temporary frost spells. And again, you get a 1/1 copy, so you can just do this again, which is really quite amazing. After you play the left and right mouse, so we have seen this one before as well. And at the end of your turn, draw a minion with less attack than this. Pretty cool, but it does need to survive on the field in order to get its full effect. So continuing on here, let's keep opening up some cards here. Interesting. Some very interesting ones here. We've got Umpire's Grasp, which, upon Death Rattle, draw a demon and reduce its cost by 2, which I'm assuming upon Death Rattle means that this card's effect is no longer, which it can be used for 2 turns. So after your 2 turns, or 2 attacks, I should say, using this up, then you get its effect. And then you also get 3 attack and 2 shield. Okay, so let's see what else we got. We got Flying Off the Shells, which is dealing 1 damage to all enemy minions. Repeat for each dragon you are holding. So if you have a very, dragon-heavy deck. We also have Sing Along Buddy. Your hero powers will trigger twice with this one. And a Sand Art Elemental, which again has the Miniaturize Battle Cry. Give your hero +1 attack and Wind Fury this turn. At this time, you gain armor each turn. Summon another lab patron. Interesting. So every time that this is out, each turn, and if on that turn you gain armor, you can summon another one of him. Very cool. So that could be quite spammy if you can figure out how to use its effect to go along with your essentially armor mechanic of the warrior. So it looks like we've got a Sing Along Buddy again, another cosplay contestant, a Triple Wick Trickster. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy 3 times. Very cool. And then another Safety Goggles. Okay, let's keep going here. Again, another remote control. And we've got a Clarence Promoter, a Death Rattle, which upon death, reduce the cost of 2 spells in your hand by 1. Very cool. And we also have a Miniaturize. The first time you cast this, or the first time you cast a spell, this card gains +2/+2. And then we have Hidden Objects, which allows it to discover a secret and set its cost to 1. Continuing to move along here. Okay. Interesting. So, there's some pretty cool ones here. So, we have a Mess Maker, Lifesteal. So, Lifesteal is when something is attacked, you get back that health, taunt, which everything targets the thing, and Death Rattle. Upon death, deal 1 damage to all enemies. And you can also see the effects on the left panel there, so just as a tip for you, if you hover over the card, it will tell you what taunts, Death Rattle, and Lifesteal do. Okay, in addition to this, we have a deal 1 damage to a random enemy. Repeat for each friendly beast. Seems very similar to the other one we were looking at. We also got a Tar Slime, which has taunt and has +2 attack on your opponent's turn. And then if you spend 5 corpses, you can summon a copy of this upon Battlecry, meaning summon, and it has taunt. If you discover a 4-cost minion, you can set its attack and health to 7. That is definitely a good value and a noteworthy card. And this will be for the Shaman class. Okay, so continuing on, we'll just keep drawing a few more. Okay, so we've got 2 sing-along buddies, a lab patron, hidden objects, and center elemental, which we have seen before. Nice, okay. Cursed Campaign. Definitely another noteworthy card. And this is a Warlock card that if give a friendly minion, one that is your side, Death Rattle, summon 2 copies of this minion, and that is our dormant for 2 turns. Very, very interesting. So, essentially it means that when the minion is destroyed, it will summon 2 copies of it and go dormant for 2 turns. Definitely interesting. But that disadvantage may be a little bit of a problem, but that is fine. And then another one of him, which we have 2, another toy boat, which you've seen, and a wind-up enforcer, which is tradable. Tradable meaning you can drag this into your deck, spend 1 mana, and you get to draw a new card. And this is usually generally if you do not like this particular card. So Battlecry, summon a 1 copy of this minion. That's interesting. And you can trade it to upgrade its effect. Okay, so let's go ahead and click all this stuff here. And the next segment, we are going to make some modifications to a No Minion Mage deck. And we're going to give it some of that Whizbang Workshop flavor. So let's go ahead and do that now. So I'm not sure which name to give it, but this is essentially our starting point. Now, already we have some inspiration from a lot of the new Whizbang cards. So we've already been stepping towards building this into a Whizbang flavored deck. So let me go ahead and show you. We have the Galactic Projection Orb, Yogg in the box, a Spot the Difference, a Void Scripture, Cosmic Keyboard, and we added some additional ones as well. So this deck is pretty solid, but I feel we can do better. So this is going to be a new variation, and I'm going to take a look at a few new cards to add on. So let me go ahead and look those up. Okay, so this is a No Minion Mage. Having this would be a good addition. Now, we do draw 3 cards, so to trade off, we would get rid of these, but do we need to draw cards? usually, yes. So the question is, do we have more card drawing abilities and slim down our deck, or what should we do here? Now, Cosmic Keyboard is a card I have not found that I have used very often, so removing that would be pretty simple to do. Now, discovering a 3-cost minion, having these minion discovering cards have been quite helpful, and having things that specifically have keywords if your deck has no minions has been fairly helpful. Having this has helped us go through the deck faster, so leaving that would be good. Discovering a spell damage minion, which has been fairly helpful, but for the sake of this deck, we need to make quite a bit of room, so I will be removing them. In addition to that, discovering a spell from the spell school, you have not cast this game, so this is going to be something that is fairly useful. I have found that it has helped out quite a bit, as well as the Font of Power to make sure there's some consistency, as well as Synthesize, which has definitely helped out the deck. Now, this has been a very good addition, but I'm not sure about it. This allows us to summon 2-cost minions, which is improved by spell damage, but we have removed that, so this card can go. Now, we've got 2 cards of room so far, and I guess the question is, should we keep the Yogg in a box? Because I honestly have not felt that it has helped me enough, so we will yoink that too. Now, we do have a very interesting galactic projection orb, which I believe that we should keep. So we now have 3 potential cards of room of what we could put into this deck, which sounds like it's not quite a lot of change to things, but honestly, it is a lot of changes, and it will help our deck out quite a bit. Now, I have heard that let's see if I can actually find what it's called here. Infinitize is a one that you definitely want to add, and it does look like we probably already have that in there, but let me just look. Yep, there it is. So it is advised to definitely add that to the deck, as well as taking a look at something called Rewind, which, yeah, I think that's pretty useful. Now, is it useful to do something like this? Possibly. I mean, I like having the repeatability, and I would rather have the stable repeatability than a random effect. So we will add 2 of these instead. And that will help balance it out quite a bit, which means any instance of things that kind of do random things, I want to try to remove that as a possibility if we can, because random does help, but for this deck it does not. So the Deck of Wonders needs to go as well, because we're looking for repeatability more than anything, because that is the name of the game, to make everything more stable. Now, discovering a secret is kind of a random thing, because your secrets can be vast and you might not get the exact secret you want, as well as the Cosmic Keyboard, and as well as a Synthesize, which is a good combination, but for our No Minion Mage deck, it is just a very low-cost way of getting some stuff into your hand. So we do not need the additional cards in order to balance that out. Now, there are cards like Star Power that we have considered adding to this deck, but we did find that it just didn't work out very well, because we already had something with similar effect, which was this here. And we had, pretty much found that it didn't really help the flow of the deck anyways. And then looking into Soul Freeze, we also did consider adding this to the deck, but again, it just kind of delayed things, and we don't want to delay things. We want to be movers and shakers in this deck. We don't want to do things to slow down certain things to happen. We would rather move quickly, efficiently, and have very high level of predictability in the deck. So that card was tried, but it did not help out. So we did remove it when we did our No Minion Mage testing. Now, there is a card here. This does seem fairly interesting of an effect. And look at that beautifulness. I think our deck could definitely benefit from that card. So what we're going to do is find some cards to eliminate. And from there, we will try to unlock that card that we have our eyes on. Okay, we already have 2 of these, so I don't need this one, and that should do it. Now we can get the one that I definitely want to add to this deck and unlock it. And we are only going to need 1, so we shall add that. Is this the one we're working with? Okay, so it didn't update. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna go Whizbang plural. And I think that's better. Okay, so we're gonna drag this in here. That is a really good value card for later in the game. And we do have Discovery of Magic, which we could bring back. Which, if we cannot find anything else to add, we shall add this back, but I do want to dig around and see what we can find. And if we can find something that works out better, then we will do exactly that. And a couple other cards that we have tried out before, but we ended up ultimately removing them, is the Molten Ruin card, which originally did feel like it was helping out the deck, but after a while of playing with it, it slowed down our draws, which really did not help the end game of what we're trying to do with this deck. Now, coming up with some additional ideas would be pretty good, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to look through every single new card that has been released. So we do have one called Hidden Objects, which we did draw earlier, which allows us to discover a secret and set its cost to 1. Now, having a secret, will that improve our deck, giving us the ability to hopefully defend or do some effect that can benefit us? That I am unsure. That might actually be a fairly good idea, but I'm unsure of if we should do that or not. The other thing is to possibly add in some other additional cards. So we have this one here, which is dealing 3 damage, and if it dies, but that is a condition, and I want predictability, so adding that is a no-go. Now, if we keep going here, there's a lot of good ideas out there, but ultimately a lot of them do not benefit us at all. Now, there is a Whizbang Workshop page that is on Blizzard currently. You can go on their main website and get a list of every single card that has been released, and they do actually spend the time on putting them under their individual categories. So it is worth checking out to see if any of those cards will help. But ultimately, it seems like we came to the conclusion that I was probably already expecting, which is the Whizbang cards that we did remove from the deck, we can probably add those ones back. So I'm going to go ahead and look around and see if we can add some additional ones here. Okay, so before I do that, though, I am going to search for No Minion. Now the goal here is to look at what I have added. If your deck has no minions, the spells cast cost 5 more. So this is beneficial still, so I think adding it back is a good deal. Now, it seems we have pretty much added all of the cards that I would have thought that are good to add. Now to balance it out, maybe that's good, maybe this is good, maybe another one is fine. And then probably to balance this out a little bit more, maybe we will do a, what was it called? Discovery of Magic? So we might add that one back. And if we have just one, I do believe that's fine. The goal here was to try to reduce the different things. Now, Jaina's Gift, I did not feel that I really found a good use for using it. I have had some situations where it might have come in handy, but in this case, I think having another Discovery of Magic would have more value. Because having high value cards each and every time is going to help us out. Now, I think we've got a pretty well-defined deck here, and I think this is a good place to stop and to test out this deck. So, next thing that we are going to be doing is testing out this deck, seeing how well it performs, and in addition to that, probably build another deck. I still am not quite sure which deck that we will build or enhance, but I do feel we will have a lot of fun doing so. So I will see you momentarily, and we will be testing out this deck next. Okay, to continue things going on here, we are going to start playing this new deck we just built. But before we do that, let's do that and get started. So the Whizbang's No Minion deck, let's get to it. This is going to be definitely very exciting. This is one of our decks that we have been building over our series.
Restore versus Medivh!
Your time grows short.
You shall pay for your insolence.
So I do hope that you definitely enjoy this, because this is one of our homebrew custom-made decks, and we're very proud and happy about it. So we do hope that you enjoy. Okay, starting off our hand here, I was pretty happy with what we got. We literally got the deck of Lunacy immediately, so we are doing excellent. And we also get 2 random minions. We get to reduce the cost of the spell in the hand, and we get to recast a random spell of each cost that we cast this game. And you can bet your butt that we're going to play this card and use this card. It's gonna be fun. Okay, so we're just gonna wait to see what he does. Seeing that we immediately, turn 2, got the Deck of Lunacy card in play, will he choke up, wonder what to do? We'll find out.
Audio processing.
Okay, so we're already off to the races here. Deal 3 damage. If it dies, we get to summon a 3/6. Oh, that's really good. So, use it we will. And 2 random minions to your hand. Sounds good to me.
Job's done.
And we will end the turn. Interesting.
Where's your pass?
Oh, forces it to attack it. Interesting.
Audio processing.
Oh, a twin spell here that allows us to summon a 5-5er with Rush. Doesn't sound too bad, so we might as well do that. It looks like we got this as a choice as well. We could do that. Honestly, I feel like we're gonna go this route. And that'll give us the ability to kill them right off the bat, and ending our turn. I think we should do this first, and then this next. We can take some acceptable risk, and I do think that we should be playing this.
Twist this, tighten that, and bolt over there! Twist this, tighten that, and bolt over there!
Okay. You do know I will destroy them, but, okay. Oh. I'll take that. And I am perfectly okay with clearing the field. I would rather neither of us take damage, but me saving up every single advantage I can get my hands on. I believe our opponent is, definitely thinking. So there goes our effect, allowing us to draw 2. We can deal 10 damage, like literally right off the bat, which is nice. We can also do this as well. Now, I think, honestly, let's get this out of the way. And let's play this. Poisonous sounds good to me. And deal 4 damage to a minion, which we aren't going to damage our own minion. That would be kind of silly, you know? And we'll end our turn there. Even though we could probably have done its effect twice, that is perfectly fine. I just want to put myself in a good advantaged position by having a poison 1 out. He will probably try to destroy it, which is perfectly fine.
Error. Hot bucket.
Okay, so he has a throwaway minion. That was probably to be expected, because he's not going to play anything of high value. Nice. We also have this as well. Now, I think we're going to start with this. Because I do want to keep this minion. I'll do that. We get 2. And we could get 1 with Rush. And I think we need to clear up some cards, so honestly, I'm going to be playing that to get rid of some cards. I will end the turn there, and hope that we don't fill up our hand too much, because we do have that double draw. And I'm sure he's even struggling to use up all of the cards, so he doesn't burn any cards. We have to summon him out, though. Good choice, my dude. My dude. Very good moves. So we could get rid of one of them, which would be a good thing to do, but I think we'll start here. Well, that essentially did absolutely nothing. So we got unlucky there. Deal 1 damage. So it seems like doing this... doing this for no reason. Okay. And then doing this is our only choices that we have.
There's only so much time.
Huh. This could come in handy. Yeah, I think this is the right approach. This will be the next summon that we do. Now, I'm regretting having to take some damage here, but it looks like we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, wow. My dude. Oh, wow. That was quite surprising. So we can silence a minion here. You can silence another one. Magnetic. Battle Cry. Okay. Silencing will not help us at all. Interesting. But didn't exactly yield the result we were hoping for. When an enemy plays a card on their turn that it is entering their hand, you gotta have that
so
zero,
much time.
access their hero, this one, and we need the fatal one, otherwise we're screwed, and it doesn't look like we could do that. What a shame. Well, let us fight. I can do this. Because I don't believe that we're going to survive. Quite a shame there. I wasn't expecting him to do something that surprising. Okay.
We could use another
Truly a
beat.
triumph.
Yep. Sounds good, my dude. Good game. Definitely did surprise me quite a bit there. Okay. Let's go ahead and play. Interesting. So we were able to get quite a good glimpse at a lot of the mechanized abilities and the Whizbang cards, so that was definitely interesting to watch. There was quite a bit of ideas that we could get to see the actual power of Miniaturize.
Versus Valera.
Watch your back. Let's finish this, Blood Elf.
Okay, cheap cards, lots of things, dealing 5 damage, which I'll remove for now, and hope for the best. And we got lucky again. Okay. This is a good place to start. Now, the random nature of having the deck of Lunacy means that the games can be a wash just by the card itself, so do be cognizant. There is some risk of running this in the deck. Now, could we remove this card and make a better, more predictable deck? I believe so, so maybe we're going to try that. But for the time being, I do want to run this variant of the deck and see what it can do.
Job's done.
Okay. That does look very tasty, and I think that one would be a good one to toss out there, as well as the other stuff that we got going on here. Oh. You think what I'm thinking?
Job's done.
That would be good to do, but you cannot sadly play Deck of Lunacy twice.
Went back together.
Trust me, I have tried. You cannot run Deck of Lunacy twice. Otherwise, that would be way overpowered. So I do think we do need to play some other cards that we can gain some amazing benefits from. I think it's time to summon a few minions, so let's go ahead and play a few. And we can stack these effects, as you can see, so let's go ahead and do that. If he does attack me directly, then I can restore that. Okay, so if you play a 1-cost card, okay, interesting. So we will do this, and that effect should kick off. Okay, it says a friendly minion is healed, I see, but this is corrupted, which allows us to summon a random 5-cost minion. Very useful. Oh, holy crap. We got him. This is gonna be very good.
Shield your eyes!
Okay, now this means that when your opponent draws a card, we get a copy. This is gonna be fun. We got pretty lucky with our combos. Now, after playing with this deck and seeing the deck of Lunacy, I do think removing that card, I do think that would be a good idea. Okay, so we'll start off by doing this.
Denied.
Because your access is now denied. Deal 7 damage, and then we draw 7 cards. It's quite a bit of cards to draw. So, should we do this first? Probably. To be honest, drawing 7 cards sounds like a lot, so let's just do this instead. Okay, so that's better. Let's do this next. Oh, we can do that again, or we could also do this, which honestly, that's way better. Now, what to do here? Honestly, I'm not too partial.
Shield your eyes! Shield your eyes!
So that should be it for now, and we will add these 3 to the hand, and we should be good to go. Now, even if it's destroyed, that's perfectly fine. Nice. I see what you're gonna do there, my dude. Of course you're gonna play it, because you want to get rid of him.
Access denied.
So you're a little worried there, I see. Well, I get another one, thank you. Interesting. Might as well. So we'd have to play a Death Rattle card to get that effect to kick off, I see. Interesting. We'll just keep pulling from his cards and...
Analyze. Engage.
Yes. I can see quite a few things that we can do. Okay. Interesting. Oh, holy garbage. I can't believe that card even exists. Interesting.
Unlock
This one.
Deploying countermeasures.
Now, technically, we could fill up our hand and just end the game with this card if we really felt like it. But I think we should fill up the field first. Let's do that.
Tighten that and bolt over there.
Let's have some
Ruins
fun.
dead ahead.
Interesting. Cool. I think this dude should play all of the cards in his hand. It could be his undoing. Five, so that would require more to do that. And this gives us the ability to just deal the
Whatever
damage.
shall I do?
Interesting. So the very first thing to do would be to figure out the combination. Looks like... yeah, so getting rid of these. Getting rid of the annoyances. So that would take 2 damage. Let's take rid of that. And that would be that one there. So
Deploying
we're gonna do
countermeasures.
this. Dealing 10
Always where the
damage.
flames take you.
And we can probably end it without going all disastrous here and destroying the deck. So we could take that risk if we really wanted to, but you know, we could also draw cards. So we have just so many cards in our hand at this point. There's really quite a lot that we can do here. Okay, interesting.
Time for an experiment.
That would be kind of cool. Let's try this out.
Job's done.
I am out of cards.
You know what time it is, right? Interesting. Should we do it? I think we should do it. Yeah, let's destroy the other guy's deck now that that happened. I mean, we screwed ourselves with that. For some unknown reason, all that had happened, so let's just be spiteful, right?
Do not fear corruption today.
Interesting, right? That's cool. Well, we can get rid of those minions, which I think honestly is a very good idea.
Job's done.
I just had to play that, like... I know it's, like, so impulsive to do this, but I couldn't help it. Please summon more. I dare you. Oh, good. Good job. The more you summon, the happier I'll be. Magic detected. This is so risky, man. Okay, I think at this point, we're gonna have to do this.
Observe. Analyze.
Tighten that and bolt over there!
Counting down. I'm probably gonna die before then, but it's making for a very unique and interesting game, to be honest. Oh,
Boosting beatings per minute.
nice job, dude. Good move.
Protocol 7 engaged.
Nice. Now it's just a game of numbers at this point. So 11, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that's game.
Commence obliteration.
Bolt over there!
I can't target that.
Oh, we can't deal 7. It's to a minion only. Interesting. That would kill me.
I didn't
Okay.
ditch class to get second place.
Honestly,
It
it's
takes so much time.
damn it. Yeah, and we don't have the ability. Okay, we just whiz. Damn, that was really close. Yeah, all he has to do is attack and it's over. Oh man, the game's so random, I love it. Isn't that awesome? That was really cool. Okay, so I have identified a couple of problems. Well, it's about that time in the video. Thanks for watching our video today. I really appreciate it, and until next time, bye-bye!